Hey guys, what's going on? It's Andrew from AR Media, and tonight's video I want to review The Incredible Hulk on 4K UHD Blu-ray. Now I just finished giving this a watch, so I want to give you my thoughts on the movie itself, the picture quality, the audio quality, if it's worth the day one pickup. Let's get to it. So I just finished watching The Incredible Hulk, and I actually haven't watched this in quite some time. It's definitely been a couple of years. Let me tell you, it was a very enjoyable watch. And I'm not going to do a deep dive into the movie because I'm sure everyone's seen it, but this was right in the beginning of the Marvel Cinematic Universe and right in the beginning of the superhero movies, and I really enjoyed this one. I think Edward Norton plays a fantastic Bruce Banner and Hulk. I think Mark Ruffalo does as well, but I really enjoyed Edward Norton in the role, and I have nothing bad to say about this movie. I think it's the perfect length. I don't think it really drags at any point, and I think it's fun for the whole family. Highly recommend the movie itself. Now let's get to the picture quality. So this is a 2K digital intermediate upscaled to 4K, and I was actually pretty surprised when watching this. The detail here was a nice uptick from the Blu-ray, and it was shot on 35mm film, but there really was not much grain at all. I think there was some DNR applied here because really I couldn't find much grain at all, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It doesn't look like the DNR was abused like in Terminator 2 or anything, but it just looks like the image was cleaned up more to match the new Marvel look, and I think the presentation looked fantastic. You could see all the close-ups of pores on the skin, stubble on face. You could see the little close-ups on the Hulk himself, and the CGI, like I said before, dated really well. I was pretty scared going into it, thinking how is the Hulk gonna look, and he actually looks really good and held up really well over time. Now also the depth here is really good in any of the scenes where specifically the Hulk is running towards you. You could get that feeling of 3D, and the foreground and the background is nicely separated. And one thing that stood out specifically on this disc was shadow detail. Now specifically in your first interaction with the Hulk, it is pretty dark and it is pretty hard to make out what to see. On the Blu-ray, it is very hard to see where the Hulk is and what is going on. In the 4K Blu-ray, it is a lot easier to see. And the same thing with the third act in the nighttime shots. Those darker scenes, the shadow detail is a lot better. So now let's get to the HDR usage here. Now this isn't the brightest movie, but when it wants to be bright, it definitely flexes its colors. During the explosions and stuff like that, we get nice highlights. On daytime scene, we get nice luscious greens. On the Hulk himself, we get a lot of variations of the green on his body, especially as the wear and tear happens, especially when the bullet's going at him. Now let's get to the audio quality. So this is a DTS-X immersive audio mix, and this was a very good audio mix. I was very happy with the upgrade over the Blu-ray. This had some nice overheads and a good surround sound mix, and nothing to complain about in the audio department. Definitely probably pissed off the neighbors. So anyway guys, I'm gonna do a new rating scale for 4K Blu-rays. I introduced one for my in-theater reviews in my last video, but for 4K Blu-rays, it's gonna be either day one pickup, wait for sale, only if you love it, or just not worth the buy. So this one's going to be a day one pickup for a couple of reasons. And one is going to be the picture quality, and two is going to be the audio quality. But really the third one is that this is $18 on release date. And I think that's a great deal considering it comes with the 4K Blu-ray, the Blu-ray, and the digital 4K that is redeeming currently in iTunes on 4K. So I think that's an absolute steal for the money. I know you'll definitely have a friend who will want a copy of the Hulk on Blu-ray that you can give it to, and it's just a great movie all around. So for me, this would be a day one purchase rating, and I hope you guys like the rating scale. Let me know below your thoughts on the rating scale. Let me know some of your thoughts and comments, and have a good night, guys.